Hello! Hey!
Hello!
And welcome to our second instalment of Online Sketchbook Club.
Yay!
Or Sketchbook Club Online.
Sketchbook Club Online.
Yeah.
Should we do it together?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Sketchbook Club Online! Oh, yeah.
So, if you don't know already, this is a online sketchbook club.
Wait, what?
Obviously. Where we are going to sketch, draw and paint and chat amongst ourselves and kind of to you, I guess, about stuff.
Yeah, we're going to talk about various materials that we used today.
Yeah, our last theme was animals, so we talked a lot about favourite animals. So we thought it would be good, as we're all artists, to kind of talk about the stuff that we use and why and how we got into it and stuff. So that's our theme. If art is not your jam, this might not be for you. Sorry
If
about
art
that,
is not your jam, then you need a different condiment.
Oh, that's good. That was good.
Yeah.
So, aside from the mediums, what are you going to do? Do you know? I think I'm going to just paint some animals, probably.
I'm going to paint some plants and stuff, I think.
Sweet. Again, you have a sweet reference book
Yeah.
today.
This is what I'm using today.
And I'm maybe going to paint some insects, but I don't want to limit myself. And I might be using this. Maybe.
Sweet.
How about you, Nate?
I'm drawing princesses and witches.
Nice.
My forte.
I'm excited to see your witches. Okay, so I am cheating and using a pre-made palette of gouache today because that's my favourite paint, and it's great because you can let it dry and just use it like a watercolour palette. It just means all my sketchbook pages look the same, I guess.
They're good colours.
Thanks.
I'm also going to use gouache. I'm going to use the same palette that I used last time, which is this. It's like a half pan palette of
Fancy one.
gouache.
And usually
Gouache?
oh, we looked it up how to pronounce it.
we looked into it.
How do you pronounce it?
Gouache.
Gouache.
Or
Gouache.
gouache.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Because we
Either
rewatched the last episode and worried that we were saying it wrong the entire time.
Oh, that's good to know.
But yeah, YouTube said it's gouache.
Gouache.
Or gouache.
They
Whatever
weren't
you
too
want.
picky about it.
What's she gonna
No.
do about it?
Yeah. I'm gonna begin.
Yeah, go.
Oh, I don't know what I'm using just yet.
Okay.
I might use pencil. I'm gonna see how maybe pen is a bit more permanent, isn't it?
It's like
Yes.
a fun mystery.
I'm just going for some leaf shapes. If I don't know what to paint, I generally just do plants.
I'm gonna start with some thumbnails and like see if I like any of them.
So professional.
So professional.
Professional?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are crazy. Get out of here.
I'm just going to start off
Stuck.
with...
I'm done. Beautiful.
Looks beautiful.
Thanks. Let's do a lady face.
I'm going to start off with some leaves and some little berries and stuff, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm going to use pencil, and then I think I'll fill it with paint. I don't think I'll use fine liners today.
That's cool. I tend to, when I am working in my sketchbook, not use pencil at all. I try and just go for it,
Yeah.
which can be scary, but also I like the results, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like in sketchbooks, like sometimes you can just play around and it can
Yeah.
be really liberating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think some of the worst art that I do is like having it so
Controlled.
specific, yeah, so
Yeah.
controlled that you don't actually let yourself play.
Mm-hmm.
I think sketchbooks should be fun playtime.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget that, you know?
Yes, I
Because
agree.
it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, you guys are
No.
putting too much pressure
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Take the pressure off.
It should
No
be
one has
more
to
fun.
see it, except YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, generally.
What will they think?
Who minds?
So I guess we wanted to talk about, because we're all from creative backgrounds. I am an illustrator and the illustrator behind Sketchbook Club. That's like my job, and like how we got into it and stuff, I guess.
So how did you get into illustration?
I have a very creative family. My parents both worked in magazines, and my mum was an art editor for magazines for a long time. So she's always been very creative and encouraging me and my siblings. But I actually wanted to do animation. So during my A-levels, I did art A-level and like specialised it when you could choose, and did animation. And it was the most fun I'd ever had doing like coursework.
Yeah.
And the most work I'd put in. And I got the best grade. So I was like, this is it, this is my calling. But the animations I made were terrible. But that was part of the fun, I guess.
Did you have any of them?
Yeah, they're on YouTube.
I haven't seen any of your animations. You have to show
Well, put a link.
you can
They're
put the
so
link
bad.
below.
But I'm kind of proud of them. I was 15.
Yeah, you should be proud.
And just doing it on Photoshop, drawing each layer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
Cute.
Oh my gosh, thank you, next one.
But yeah, so then I applied to uni, and my parents again were just like, do a course that you enjoy. So I applied for animation at Hertfordshire, and it looked like a really good course and stuff. But I was pretty nervous about going to uni, and I didn't want to go too far. So I went with Plymouth, which is near where I'm from. And they weren't running the animation course.
Oh.
So I had to choose illustration. And here I am!
Yay! Do you think that you made the right decision?
Yeah,
ultimately?
looking back, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I just think I didn't have the patience for animation. And when you're a teenager as well, like, you're so much more dedicated. So I would spend, like, sleepless nights just animating, and I don't think I could do that now. I like stuff to just be done.
Yeah. I feel that.
So it's not my passion. Whereas I could stay up late drawing.
Yeah.
So I think I chose correctly. I did, when I was at uni, or just after I'd finished, launched like a different zine, which I never really thought to compare the two, but it's basically the same like business model of a zine about something, and then creating like social media profiles for it, and it becoming like a community. But it was about an ex-boyfriend being really mean to me. And it was called End of World, and it was like tongue-in-cheek, but it was about he would say something and my face would drop and he'd go, oh no, end of world, and that was the end of the comic. And then made scenes of it and stuff as well, and got like other people to feature in it, and
Nice.
it's basically like pre-Sad Ghost Club.
Yeah. Aww.
But yeah, how about you?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
What were you gonna say?
I just wanted to retread. So your animations, what were they about?
I did some stop motion, which was about a little robot who's kind of like the sad ghost as well.
Interesting.
He was called Tobor, because that's robot backwards.
Ah.
And there's actually like an old B-movie about a robot called Tobor. And it was just like to songs.
Yeah.
So I would just do like stop motion music videos. And like to Jimmy World and Dashboard Confessional. It's like twinkly guitar music. And one bit I really liked is like I just did it on a stool with my digital camera, and the robot has like a little antennae, and he's getting ready for a date, and he strokes it back like a quiff, and it goes badoing. Like that's my proudest.
That sounds
My
incredible.
proudest moment, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, how about you, Helen? Tell us. Tell us.
So I studied fine art at Bath Spa University.
You did.
And it all started, I guess, my love for art pretty much started early primary school.
Really?
Yeah.
That early?
Yeah, maybe even further back than then. Like when I went to nursery school, apparently all I did was just draw.
Aww. So you didn't have to talk to anybody?
Yeah, most likely. I don't know. And then I did art for GCSE, and then I chose to do an ND art in college, which is basically a course where you do all the different types of art you can possibly think of, like fine art, photography, illustration, ceramics, printmaking.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah, so
nice.
all of that, and that's a 2-year course. And then I did a foundation course of art, and I chose fine art as the thing I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I applied for uni for a fine art painting course, and I used a lot of ink and stuff from my art back then.
Oh yeah, you do nice. When you first started doing painting stuff, when I met you, Helen was doing these great like big faces that we will show somewhere.
Yeah, very.
But I loved them.
Yeah.
Like I'd never seen stuff like that, and you just bosh it out. And
Yeah.
I'm so particular as well, and you'd just be like, "Yeah, done," which I really admired.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff like that. I also did.
You did. I remember seeing your paintings when you were doing your ND.
Really?
Yeah, like a self-portrait with like your mouth or something.
Oh crikey! Yeah, that was a dark painting.
Yeah, it was quite intense.
Yeah, I did. I did a lot of portraiture back then, mainly using acrylics. I did the very, very occasional oil painting
Yeah.
because oil paint is good. Oil paint is really nice to use, but I always preferred inky stuff like
Yeah,
watercolors
yeah.
and stuff like that, and gouache. Yeah, I just preferred the feel of it. I did so much art during those years that I fell out of love with it, and I actually didn't take up doing art again until I probably like met you and started hanging out with you and seeing what you were doing.
Because
And
I'm such a positive influence.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's
oh
what
heck.
you're trying to say. Yeah.
Oh heck, I need to get back into art again, because after
Yeah.
I graduated I just stopped.
Well, you had
For years.
intense full-time jobs as well.
Yeah, I had full-time jobs back then, and I was just like, I have no time to do any art at all.
Yeah.
But now I'm just doing it like all the time,
Which is great.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and doing more illustration, which is quite interesting. How it's gone from doing these like big fine art paintings to more detailed illustration type things and making a zine. I never thought I'd do anything like that, but
Yeah.
For
Being
sure.
an illustrator, it can be a lot easier to make accessible work that
Mhm.
people want to buy,
yeah,
and they don't have to pay like $3,000 for.
fine art can be seen as like it can be seen as like quite an intimidating thing.
Did you ever
So-
sell any of your paintings for a lot of money?
No.
I
have
would have
any of
paid
them.
lots. of
I
money.
back then I never even tried to sell anything.
Oh.
Never even tried.
Do you still have them though?
I have a few. Yeah, I've got a few pieces, but I never tried to sell them because I had zero confidence in my work.
Aw.
So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they're not good enough to sell.
What about now? Would you consider selling them now?
Not those pieces, but I will hopefully be selling all the new work I'm producing now
Mm-hmm.
as of late, because I don't know, I've had a burst of confidence with it recently, and I just want to keep doing it.
Which is good. I find like social media really helps for that as well.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
get people interested in what you're doing, it can really spark your motivation. Because it is all about self-confidence, isn't it? Like
yeah.
how much you want to put out there.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Really, yeah, it's been great. How about you?
So I went to College Green, and I did a BTEC National Diploma in Media
Oh yes.
and Art Design. So it was like loads of computer stuff, and then like art on the side, and then art theory. But I didn't quite like it because it was too like there was only one class where we got to do animation, and all I really wanted to do was animation, so I had to do all these other things. Like I think my least favourite one was design for websites. Website
Oh,
design.
yeah.
I hated it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was like the worst.
I remember doing some of that. So I did an illustration degree, obviously,
Mhm.
in Plymouth, but we were like put with the graphic design course. And a lot of it does cross over.
Yeah.
Like, you need to know how to scan your work and how to put it on the internet and stuff, but so much of it was like laying out for magazines and coding.
Well, yeah, coding. Coding is something I never wanted to do.
No, but I regret it now. I wish I knew how.
Yeah, I'm quite.
Yeah,
I'm
I
really.
guess.
I would love to be able to code. I think that would be awesome. So yeah, you just wanted to do animation.
Yeah, I just wanted to do animation, but then I was never really given the opportunity. Well, one small opportunity, and so I went to uni
Yeah.
to do animation, and I did it there.
How was that?
It was good. It was. You know, when people have like they're in two minds of whether to go to school or not.
Yes.
I'm in two minds of whether how good it really was.
Yeah, I feel that.
I
Same.
think the best part of uni is learning from other students. I think that's where you learn a lot.
Yeah, I think that's definitely correct. And like I get asked a lot if you need to go, like especially to do a degree in illustration, because you can do it yourself and you can teach yourself.
You totally can, but it's whether you're gonna sit down and put the hours
Yeah,
in, isn't it?
if I hadn't gone, I wouldn't be here doing this, basically. I would have fallen into something else, I think. So for that, I'm very appreciative. And it's just 3 years to focus on a passion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Which is
I look back on that fondly.
Yeah.
yeah. I have
Definitely.
very fond memories of my time at uni.
Yeah, same.
I have mixed feelings.
What, how come?
Just because, I mean, I don't know, I just felt kind of out of place sometimes, but I felt a bit out of my depth.
Yeah. It's
I
such a
don't know.
big change.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
age did you go as well?
I was 19 and I moved from Cornwall, like really southern Cornwall, so Truro, to Bath. So I was a bit
Out of your depth.
out of my depth, a bit freaked out.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of work from home
Yeah.
because I was like,
Same. I find it quite hard to go in.
Yeah. really found that really difficult to go in.
Yeah. Yeah, I went when I was 18 and it's such a culture shock. And you just forget that you're paying for the time.
Yeah.
So much of it is like, oh, I don't have to go in.
Yeah.
So you don't. And you're like, oh, I wish I had gone in.
Just stay at home, play PlayStation.
Yes. Yeah.
I went when I was a bit older.
Did you make more of it?
I said a bit older, not a bit wiser. I think I tried to. I don't know. I think I could have been a better student.
Yeah, if I went now, I think I'd be such a teacher's pet.
Yeah.
And I would be like, more homework, please. Give me more to do.
I would do it on time for
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
I mean, I definitely don't miss doing my dissertation.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Oh, that was horrible.
Didn't even get a good mark for that. Outrageous.
Yeah,
No,
that
neither
hurt
did
my
I, but I
soul.
passed. And that was my goal.
At least I passed.
Yeah.
What did you guys do your dissertations on?
Mine was to do with making art to sell and how that linked to fine art and like if you buy it, is it still art or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to look at the dynamic of making work to sell, especially at a time when I was like purely making work to sell. And like, does that make me an artist or am I just an illustrator? Is there a difference? But yeah, it was a terrible dissertation. I got it back and she said it read like someone who was drunk at a pub.
Ooh.
That's so
That was the
mean, but I
critique?
passed.
Good.
Ooh.
That's fine. Just
An
I'm
articulate
so
drunk person, I would hope.
no, like I think it was the inarticulateness because I'm so bad at words. I just like type how I think.
It was very conversationally
Yeah.
written.
Yeah.
I think that's where I fell short as well.
Yeah.
I did a dissertation about Victorian era kind of how can I explain it?
I don't know what
It was basically about sex lives of Victorians and
Oh,
how
yes.
women were perceived within particular art and the idea of the fallen woman and how the Victorians were seen as very upright, standing citizens, but they had some pretty interesting ideas and were kind of not sexually depraved.
I was going to say depraved, and I was like, is that too far?
Yeah, I can't explain it.
It's adventurous.
Yeah, they
were so reserved on the outside,
but they
had to have an outlet.
They did naughty things.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was
interesting. Yeah. What was yours about, Nathan?
I did Jean Grey
sidetracked.
from X-Men.
Yes.
And I did it on whether she was a feminist icon, so I did mine on feminism.
Cool.
So the question was, does she show as a feminist throughout her publication? Which I think pretty much was like, yeah, why not? It's like, yeah, sure, yeah.
What was your answer?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was I think it was going in and it was coming out. So it was
enlightening.
Like, yeah, it's like, oh. Now what do I write for all of these words?
It's just tricky, isn't it? Doing a creative degree and then having to write about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just let me draw.
Yeah, it's
I don't want to explain.
I just want to point to things and be like, that's what I mean. That colour. That's the correct shade.
To be fair, I think the course that I did took that approach to they were like, okay, you're all artists, it's going to be really hard to make you write something. So the first year we had to do like a 600 word essay, and then the next year like a 2,000 word essay, and then they were like, see, it's not many more, you've been doing it throughout your course.
You.
Yeah.
So this is what I've been working on.
Beautiful. And who is this character?
So this is the Witch Glare, and this is Princess Wink.
Who has a pig?
She has a pig.
Princess Stink.
Princess Stink.
If you watched the last episode, you would have seen Princess Stink.
Bit by bit, we'll get there.
Yeah. I've been just painting some things that I like to paint. Sorry, it's a massive sketchbook. Snake and Lady. So the sketchbook I'm using is a moleskin. Sorry, that's fine. A moleskin watercolor sketchbook, and they're really nice. It's not too textured, which I like a lot. It's good for gouache and stuff. And yeah, it holds the water really well. That's why I like watercolor sketchbooks.
I've just been very slowly starting this
plants.
plant. And I'm using a different sketchbook today. It's just a Fabriano. Oh, it's gonna drip. Fabriano Artist Journal. So,
It doesn't come with those stickers.
no, I added these stickers.
They are great.
It looks like
Cute,
It looks
aren't
like
they?
they're meant to be there.
Yeah.
I got these from the post office.
It's like, oh,
Go
space
ahead,
stickers. I'm just doing a rabbit again. I just really like rabbit.
But it's a beautiful rabbit.
Ew, thanks. So, I thought we could talk about more. So we all know how we got into art and where we are. But how about what you wanted to be? Or what you still want to be?
I still
guess.
want to, yeah.
So I'm kind of living my dream.
Yeah.
So that's
Living the
cool with
dream.
me. But I did want to be an animator for Disney. That was my goal. It was after I saw the Aristocats. I just wanted to draw cats all day. So yeah, how about you guys?
So when I was very young, I also wanted to be an animator. I never pursued that because I changed my mind. And I always thought I would go to the art uni in Falmouth.
Oh yeah.
I always thought I'm going to go to Falmouth and I'm going to do fine art there. And I realised I wanted to move out of Cornwall. But I always just thought like, oh, I'll just be a fine artist. I'll just like sell all my art and just do loads of gallery shows and stuff. But that never happened.
And why?
Because I didn't try.
I just wanted you to specify. She's not saying it's impossible.
It's not
She's just
impossible.
saying you didn't try.
Personally, I didn't do anything
Yeah.
to help, like, even create an art career for myself. I did absolutely nothing.
But you're getting there now.
Yeah, I graduated
Yeah.
uni and I stopped.
Yes.
But now I want to do art full time and create merchandise and create zines. I want to illustrate a storybook at some point. Yeah. And yeah, just do that forever.
And that's your dream.
That's my dream. Yeah.
Cool.
What about you, Nathan?
Well, I always wanted to be an animator, so I'm still in hot pursuit. Really wanted to be a character designer, especially for Pixar. But now I'm feeling more like I'd much prefer to do something on Cartoon Network.
Oh yeah.
I just really love a Cartoon Network show.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's my yum.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Cartoon Network at the moment.
I don't watch
And
Cartoon
then
Network
cartoons.
ages.
Well, they released Adventure Time, didn't they, over
Yeah.
here?
What channel was Invader Zim on? Was that
Nickelodeon,
Nickelodeon?
yeah.
That was a good cartoon.
Yeah.
I was telling Lize earlier, did you ever watch the Amy Poehler show, The Mighty Bee?
No.
So good.
That was on Nickelodeon, apparently.
It
But
was
I
this-
never watched it. I
it
never
was
heard
this
of it.
Really terrific show. It was about
Is it a cartoon?
yeah.
Okay.
I believe it was created by Amy Poehler. It was about this Girl Scout called Bessie Higginbottom, and she wanted to collect all of the Scout badges. Did they have badges when you were a Girl Scout? So that she could become this superhero called the Mighty Bee, and it was all of her misadventures. And she was just like the loveliest character.
Aww.
She was like really outgoing, and she just wanted to befriend everybody. It was great.
If you find it,
If
I
you
need
find
to know.
it, if you find it, pin the link
Yeah,
below.
if anybody knows.
Where I can watch
Hit
that
us up.
goddamn show. Let me know.
I guess as well, if you're a creative person, the dream is just to like be in charge of yourself,
Yeah.
like not having somebody else telling you what to do. I guess.
Absolutely. I can't really
That's-
get on board with that anymore.
No.
Done with that life.
Yeah. It is good.
Yeah. It's just I think it's mainly about having creative freedom.
Yeah, creative freedom, I would say, I guess, more than not having a boss.
Yeah.
It's like choosing what you want to focus on and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I enjoy.
It's about what really matters to you. And what drives you.
Yeah.
Rather than wasting your time with things that you really don't care about.
Yeah.
Like retail. Unless you like retail, because I know some people that were fully into retail.
Retelling.
Yeah.
Retelling stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to, when I first left uni, I was a cleaner. And I could not be passionate about that.
How long did you do that for?
Only about 3 months.
Mm.
Luckily, I got appendicitis.
Yeah.
And I was on a temporary contract, so temp job straight out of uni.
Yeah.
And then I got appendicitis and went home, and then I was like, Mum, I don't want to do it. And
Aw.
she was like, phone them.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. I think as well that, like, we're not saying that crappy jobs are, like, pointless.
But
They
they are.
have a point.
Well, the point is living, right?
Yeah.
That old thing.
Yeah,
That
and
old
like
chestnut.
I quit my cleaning job and then had nothing,
Yeah.
so I
It's
didn't
hard.
have any backup plan or anything. I just was dedicated and stubborn enough to go, okay, well, I'm gonna make money off my art, else I'm just gonna give up.
Yeah.
But it was tough. Like I was super broke, which kind of sucked.
Our mutual friend Lize once told me that some advice that you had got that really inspired me, second-hand information that
Yeah.
really inspired me was
Yeah.
Somebody had told you,
Yeah.
so second-hand
Yeah.
advice
Yeah.
was that they told you when you leave uni, treat art like it's your full-time job.
Yes. And then it will become your full-time job.
Yeah.
That is what
I
I
didn't
tell
think
people when they ask me.
I didn't think I ever got that advice until like too late in the game.
Yeah.
That is very good advice.
It's
Yeah.
true though, like you will create the work that sells if you are like working at it all the time and stuff.
See, this is advice that I need to follow because I
Yeah.
like get up in the morning and just like watch Netflix or play Tomb Raider,
Yeah, you are terrible.
and then I'll do a little bit of painting, and then I'll stop. I'm like, I'm done with this now.
Yeah, I did a thing.
I did a
But
thing.
that's what. But that it took me a really long time to have the like dedication to actually do it for a full day because I was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like especially when I first started, you have to just put pressure on yourself, but not too much, obviously, because then
Yeah.
you get sad.
Yeah, yeah.
But like try and set goals that are easy to stick to, and like in the beginning, my goal was make a thing a day.
Yeah.
And when I did that, I'd be like, okay, I'm done. Let's play the games. Another thing we were going to talk about, and Nathan brought up our mutual friend, was how we know each other.
Yeah.
So,
How did you meet Helen?
well,
me.
so if you've been following the Sketchbook Club, you should know Laura, who is the other half. In the beginning, it was just me, and then Laura joined and told me to do more work.
Damn it, Lize.
Yeah, and then she made it an actual job for the two of us through all her hard work. And Helen was her oldest friend
Yeah.
and happened to be living here.
Yeah.
And I remember one day walking through Cabot Circus and her saying, "Oh, my friend Helen works here." And I was like, "You have another friend?"
Who is this friend?
Yeah. And that was when I met Helen.
Yeah, Laura and I have been friends since we were teenagers.
It's very cute.
We both grew up in Cornwall. So I met her when I was about 14, and I'm 27 now. I can say I'm 27 because it's my birthday in like 3 days. But
Yeah.
and then she introduced me to you.
Do you still remember the first time you had met each other?
Well, I thought it was in House of Fraser, but I guess not.
I
When you were working there.
thought I came over here. I don't know.
No, I can't remember.
We met. It was
Sorry,
nice.
it happened.
Because one of my favourite things to do now that I'm older, one of my favourite things to do is just recall when I met somebody for the first time. Because you know when you're a kid and you're like, I feel like you've been here for a long time now.
Yeah,
And you can't quite remember the instance where you met them.
yeah.
I like to recall that instance.
That was cute.
Yeah, and it makes me really happy when I'm like, do you remember? You said this to me.
So how do you know Lize?
I know Lize from, we have a mutual friend who used to be Lize's old internet buddy.
Yeah, we met on MySpace.
Oh wow, that's old school.
Yeah.
I never had MySpace.
Did you not?
No.
I can't remember how we met. I think we probably just added each other,
Yeah.
and that was it. And then messaged, and then had a lot of things in common. And like similar stuff. Like he's a creative guy,
Yeah.
so that was it. And then he met you.
Yes.
I'm guessing after this. How long have you known him?
Yeah. He sent me a thing the other day, and he was like, "It's like when you're friends with somebody for 7 years, you're
Yeah.
probably going to be friends with them for a long time."
Yes.
But I think that was, so I think we're in our 4th year.
Okay.
Because of a
Cute.
relationship.
Yes. So the first time we met, was it you coming to the studio, or was it before then in Bristol?
I think I came to the studio.
I think you came to the studio, our old studio.
Yeah.
Farewell, old studio.
Yeah. And I remember because I think you were quite nervous, Nathan.
I didn't get nervous. What did I do?
No, you were just cute, but you didn't say much.
Oh yeah, I didn't say much
Yeah.
when I meet people for the first time.
Yeah. It's also crazy the fact that me and Laura ever started working together.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's all just a crazy twist of fate
Yeah.
and coincidence, because when I left uni, started doing art fairs as a way to sell my work, and she knew the guy that ran them, and she's a baker by trade. She did a degree in baking, in London.
In London.
Oh, wow.
So she always had a cake stall, and I was lucky enough to be next to the cake stall a few times.
That is luck.
So we got chatting. Then Laura was here, and she was here for about a week after we moved here 3 years ago. Before she moved to America, and we were trying to get to know people in the new town and stuff, so I took Rob to go and meet her, because I was like, I know Laura, kind of. Like, I don't think we've ever hung out just the two of us, but let's go to hers and say hello. And then she went to America.
Yeah, that was a sad time.
Yeah, that was gutting.
But then she came back.
Then she came back, and she was like, I need a job. And I was like, I need someone to turn this idea into a job. Please help me. And then she did, and here we are.
Yeah.
What else have we talked about that we wanted to talk about?
Oh, our hobbies.
Oh,
That aren't to do with art.
Nah.
Hobbies that
Yeah.
aren't drawing.
Mm.
I'm not going first.
I don't do anything.
No, you play video games.
I do various things.
Yeah, I enjoy video games. Playing the new Pokemon. That's been
Oh
great.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah, video games
wanna
counts
jump
as
in
a
on
hobby
that.
now.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
2017.
Yeah, totally.
I love Pokemon. I haven't played in a few generations, but I really love the rebrands.
Yeah, I like the rebrand too.
Like
Feels a bit simplified,
yeah,
but
I felt kind of easy. But I really enjoyed it still.
yeah, me too.
Great story.
That would be my only criticism, I think.
Oh, I have a few. Like I'm still upset about like Icy Sandshrew and Ninetales.
Oh my god, Nathan, I so disagree. They're
Ah.
so good.
It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense, but they look great. Especially the Vulpix.
Yeah, Sandshrew does look good,
Yeah.
but he's still called Sandshrew.
That does not work.
Yeah.
But why would it change its name? It's still the breed, I guess. Also, are Pokemon... are they named after they're cool, or do they say their names?
Well, that's a really good question.
Because they all say, like, Vulpix. Is that because that's the noise it makes? Like, would we call a mouse like, meep? Meep! You know? Or are they saying their names?
Well,
Well,
they're given names that are associated with what they are.
yeah, but they
So it's like
all
in
they
two
can
parts.
say is their name.
I just think that that's just like 'cause they're not allowed to speak.
Why are they allowed to
I
speak?
don't know.
They can't speak.
They've been
Meow.
silenced. They've been silenced by somebody at Nintendo. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I don't know.
I'm quite. Another hobby of mine is watching documentaries about medieval times.
What are your top
What?
3?
Yeah.
Well, what I tend to do is I'll go onto YouTube and just type in medieval documentary or Victorian documentary. But one that sticks out in my head is a series presented by, is it like Tony Robinson?
Yes.
Um,
From Time Team?
Yeah.
Is he on Time Team?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was also in Blackadder. And
Oh, yeah.
he did a series about like Britain's most horrible jobs or something, and it's like he goes through all these historical jobs that people used to do back in the day.
So your hobby is history? Would you go that far?
I don't know.
Or just interesting history?
I don't
Do
know.
you like museums?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I think that people should like museums because they're great.
Museums are cool, and I have a few books about the Victorians and stuff. I don't know. I just find them really interesting.
I never really got it. I did history at GCSE and I think that put me off for life.
But that's a good question, actually. What did you guys choose for your GCSEs?
I did art, drama, French and English.
I wish I did drama. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, drama I got the best mark in. I
Ooh.
got an A.
Ooh. Did you do monologue? Do you remember it?
Well, I was with a really good group at school. There was only like 6 of us that chose to do it and we were all girls. And it was just a really good unit, so every
Yeah.
play we did, we all did it together.
Mhm.
And we learnt like our strengths and weaknesses really quickly.
Yeah.
And we could work really well as a team. which was really nice. And we all did well, like,
That's awesome.
based on our plays.
What did you choose?
I chose to do. I did DT, then I did art. What else do you have to do? I did German.
Yeah, don't you have to do a language?
Yeah,
I did German.
I did German because
Did you? I did French.
it was me to do German, so then
Yes,
I couldn't be like, oh, I want to do French for my GCSE at the end of it. Oh, it sucked. I'd love to learn French.
Same.
All I remember not all I remember, but I have a really vivid image of year 7 French, learning the numbers, and my teacher getting to 14, which is 14, and just going, meow, meow, meow. And that stuck with me for like over 10 years.
Oh man.
It's like cat oars,
Yeah.
right?
That makes so much sense.
And it just stuck.
Yeah, that's actually genius teaching on
Yeah,
teacher's
so there you
part.
go, 14. Cat oars.
Nice.
That's not how you pronounce it, but
Cat
I'm not
oars.
gonna try. Cat oars.
Cat oars.
Feline boat. Right? Yeah, what are the GCSEs? Sorry, I keep interrupting you. I'm just excited.
I know. You just like being with your friends. It's nice. It's lovely.
Yeah.
For my
I did
GCSEs.
ICT as well, sorry.
Oh.
Just a horrible flashback. Ugh.
I hated
Oh, it's
ICT.
so bad.
It was
Yeah.
boring, wasn't it?
It was terrible.
I'm trying to paint those plants in the background. That's why I keep looking over there.
I chose
Yeah.
art, graphics, and music. And I chosen
Very creative.
all creative.
See, I did history. Ugh.
Oy. I got bad marks for all of them.
Oh, really?
Mm.
If you get bad marks in your GCSEs, don't let that make you feel down, because you can still go to college and you can still go to university. I got 2 C's in my GCSEs and everything else was below because I never went to school, and they were both in English.
Go to school though.
Yeah, go to school obviously, but like if you're struggling, like you can still go to college, you can still go to university. I got like a D in art, and it was the thing that I was the best at.
Yeah, I did.
And I went to
in art.
university.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny how all the things that I am actually good at, I got really terrible marks for.
Were you too cocky?
Oh, hell no. I had no confidence. That was my issue.
I was. My bloody art teacher told me that because you do coursework as GCSE in art
Yeah.
over here in the UK, and each sketchbook is like your coursework. And she told me that my predicted for each sketchbook was an A. Like, where do you go from there? I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I got C's for each one.
Whoa.
She's a damn liar.
I was just
She
gutted.
was a damn liar.
Yeah, I didn't get a great mark in art either. I was sad about that. My friend got a better mark than I did,
Yeah.
and she didn't even mind that much. I was sad about that. I was a little bit jelly.
But the thing is that you're both really talented. Like,
Me too.
marks? What are marks?
Yeah, it's
You know,
rubbish.
that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
You're getting there.
That's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say.
Someone
It's
else,
like,
stepping up.
is that you're both really talented.
Thanks, back at you. I just remember at school, like, being told you can't really make a career in art.
Yeah, I remember being told
So
that by
I was
various
like,
people.
yeah, so I was like, okay.
The thing is that you can actually use an art degree for a lot of various things.
Yes.
That people don't seem to tell you.
Yeah.
which is a bummer.
I'm glad that I did illustration
Good.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
My course really encouraged it as a job,
Mm.
which was really nice after being told you can't do it
Yeah.
at school.
Yeah.
So then go to uni and have people who are making money
Uh-huh.
off it.
Like all of the lectures I attended with practicing artists
Mhm.
showing
It's really
all the
good.
things that they're doing, I was like, oh wow, I'm
Yeah.
never going to be able to do that.
But you could.
But you could.
You
Yeah,
can.
You can.
Yeah, so that's
If you
another
want to,
good
you
thing about
will.
uni.
Exactly.
Mm. And we are kind of running out of time, I think.
Well, I had a lovely time with you guys today.
Yeah, me too.
Me
Sorry
too.
if that was a bit more amped than the last one. I guess we're on a roll a bit.
Or not sorry that it was a bit more out than the last one.
Yeah, just don't expect this level again. Maybe. No.
Yeah.
Like I'm worried we've peaked.
Yeah.
This is it now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we need a theme for next week. Please comment and give us ideas. We'll just choose our favourite.
Yeah, or we'll just ignore them all and
Yeah, or just ignore them
do
all.
what we want to do.
Yeah, the best to draw will win. And thanks so much for watching.
Yeah.
And if you have any links to any images that you drew whilst watching this, add it to put a link.
Yeah.
And we'll
Put a link, and if
We'll do a
you
thing.
follow the official Sag Ghost Club on Instagram, please tag us because we'd love to repost it and show all your sweet sketchbook stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.